They say women are drawn to good men, kind, stable, and predictable. But what if I told you that deep down, there are certain traits they claim to resist but secretly admire? It's not always about love or compatibility. Sometimes it's about an irresistible pull toward the men they swear they'd never fall for, the ones who challenge, intrigue, and even break them. Why? Because human attraction isn't always rational. Some things are just too intoxicating to resist. Today we're breaking down 11 things women say they don't want, but end up admiring anyway. Get ready because this is going to be an eye-opener. Let's dive in. Number 1. Control in chaos. A man who walks into a room and commands it without saying a word. That's the one she notices. He's not just confident. He thrives in uncertainty. He doesn't let emotions cloud his decisions. And while others panic, he remains calm, collected, and in control. Women claim they want a reliable man, but the truth? They are drawn to the one who makes life unpredictable yet thrilling. This man isn't reckless, but he doesn't play by the rules either. He takes what he wants, never asks for permission, and never second-guesses himself. His presence is intoxicating because he radiates power, and power is seductive. Even if she knows he's a risk, she still gravitates toward him. Why? Because control in chaos means safety and unpredictability. He may be dangerous, but he is never lost. He knows exactly where he's going, and whether she admits it or not, she wants to be along for the ride. It's not just about dominance, it's about certainty in a world where everything feels uncertain. Number 2. The hunt, not love. Some men don't chase love, they chase the challenge. And ironically, that's exactly what makes women chase them. He doesn't send good morning texts. He doesn't constantly check in. He isn't eager to please. And yet, this is the man she finds herself thinking about the most. Why? Because the harder he is to get, the more she wants him. People naturally value what's scarce. And in dating, the most desirable man is often the one who doesn't seem interested. His lack of effort makes her put in more. She convinces herself that if she wins him over, it means she's special. She wants to be the exception, the one who changes him. But here's the truth, he doesn't need her. He never did. And that's exactly what makes him so desirable. Women may say they want a man who adores them. But deep down, many are drawn to the one who makes them work for his attention. The chase itself becomes the reward, even when the prize isn't love. Number 3, emotional adrenaline. Women claim they want stability, but stability can feel boring. What truly excites them? The emotional highs and lows that come with unpredictable men. These men are like a roller coaster. One moment they're charming and affectionate, and the next they pull away, leaving her craving more. It's the unpredictability that makes them unforgettable. When he's warm, it feels like the sun shining just for her. When he's cold, she feels lost, desperate to bring back his affection. The push and pull create an addictive emotional rush, something a stable relationship doesn't always provide. Even though she knows it's not healthy, she stays because the thrill is irresistible. A man who can make her heart race and emotions spiral has a hold on her that logic can't break. It's not the pain she loves, it's the intensity. And intensity to many feels like passion. Number 4, the mystery code. A man who reveals too much too soon is predictable. Predictability is safe, but it's also dull. A mysterious man, however, is a puzzle she can't help but solve. Just when she thinks she understands him, he changes. His emotions, his words, his actions, none of them follow a clear pattern. This keeps her hooked because her mind constantly searches for answers. She wonders what he's thinking, why he's distant, and what it would take to fully win him over. Every unanswered question makes her want him more. Even if she claims she wants transparency, deep down she admires the man she can't quite figure out. His unpredictability keeps her intrigued. And as long as there's mystery, there's excitement. Women are drawn to men who make them think, who keep them guessing. The moment she fully understands him, the spell is broken. Number 5, untouchable confidence. Confidence is attractive, but untouchable confidence, that's magnetic. This is the man who doesn't seek approval, doesn't explain himself, and never bends under pressure. He isn't arrogant. He simply knows his worth and refuses to prove it. Women might say they want a man who listens, who compromises, but the moment they meet a man who stands firm in who he is, they can't help but admire him. His energy makes others follow his lead, and he never chases validation. She may try to challenge him, to see if she can break through his armor. But that's exactly why he holds so much power, because he never lets anyone shake him. The harder she tries, the deeper she falls. A man who doesn't need to prove himself, who doesn't waver in his self-belief, becomes impossible to ignore. And whether she admits it or not, that level of self-assurance is irresistible. Number 6, masters of pain. Some men don't just carry darkness, they embrace it. They push limits, break rules, and challenge every emotional boundary. Their presence is intense, almost overwhelming, but that's exactly what makes them so hard to resist. A woman might tell herself she wants kindness, but the truth? Passion often walks hand in hand with pain. The way he loves is raw, almost destructive. And yet she stays, drawn to the fire because that fire makes her feel alive. She convinces herself that if she endures the pain, she'll reach the tenderness buried underneath. But men like this don't change. They don't soften. Still, she holds on because in those rare moments when he does show affection, it feels earned. It feels special. Women may resist a man who challenges their emotions this way, but deep down, they admire his strength, his unapologetic nature, even if it hurts. Number 7, artists of seduction. Seduction is an art, and some men are masters of it. They don't just love, they create a world around their affection, one filled with poetry, music, and fire. Their love is never simple, never safe. It is all-consuming, unpredictable, and rare. Women resist falling for men who bring this level of intensity, but when they do, it's impossible to turn away. The unpredictability keeps them hooked. The passion feels more valuable because it comes in fleeting moments, making each one feel irreplaceable. It's the scarcity that makes it powerful. He doesn't give love easily, but when he does, it feels like the most intoxicating experience in the world. She tells herself she's strong enough to walk away, but she doesn't. Because once you've tasted love this deep, this consuming, anything less feels empty. And that's why she stays, waiting, hoping for just one more glimpse of that passion. Number 8, self-worshippers. He doesn't need her. He doesn't need anyone. His world revolves around himself. And strangely enough, that's exactly why she can't stop thinking about him. The man who puts himself first, who doesn't seek approval, becomes a challenge she wants to win. She knows he won't change for her, and yet she tries. She wants to be the exception, the one who captures his undivided attention. But that's what makes him so powerful. He never places anyone above himself, and because of that, he holds all the control. Women say they want a man who prioritizes them, but deep down they admire the one who doesn't bend, who doesn't chase. Because if he ever does choose her, it means she's special. The irony? He rarely does. He stays true to himself, and that's why he remains unforgettable. The chase for his love becomes an addiction she can't shake. Number 9, ruthless and detached. He doesn't react to her emotions. Her tears don't move him. Her frustrations don't change him. He watches, detached, as she tries to break through his cold exterior. And instead of running, she leans in deeper. Why? Because his emotional distance is a challenge. Women admire strength, and detachment often appears as unshakable power. The less he cares, the more valuable his attention feels. If he does show emotion, it feels like a rare prize, a victory she worked for. This dynamic is intoxicating because it taps into a deep psychological need to prove one's worth. If she can make him feel something, it validates her importance. Even if she knows better, she stays locked in the game. Women claim they want a man who expresses emotions, but they secretly admire the one who doesn't. Because the less he gives, the more they want. Number 10, emotional voids. Some men don't feel love the way others do. They don't offer security, only chaos. And strangely enough, that chaos is what draws women in. A woman used to stability may find herself irresistibly drawn to a man who operates in emotional extremes. He doesn't provide comfort, he provides unpredictability. He doesn't reassure, he challenges. And that challenge makes every interaction feel intense, electrified. She may tell herself she's seeking peace, but the truth? Some women crave the excitement of uncertainty. And men who are emotionally distant create that thrill effortlessly. It's not the lack of love that pulls her in. It's the illusion that she might be the one to change him. That maybe, just maybe, she'll be the exception. But men like this rarely change. And still she stays because the roller coaster ride is just too addictive to leave. Number 11, numbers game. He doesn't love women, he collects them. To him, relationships aren't about deep emotional bonds, but about conquest, about adding to his list of admirers. And the irony? The more women he has, the more women want him. Women claim they want loyalty, but many are drawn to the man who is highly desired by others. It's psychological. If many women want him, he must be valuable. She knows he's not looking for commitment. She knows he won't settle down. And yet, she convinces herself that if she can be different, he might choose her. That she might be the one who stands out. but he never does. He continues collecting, moving on to the next. And despite knowing how it will end, she still admires him, because his ability to captivate so many makes him seem untouchable, almost godlike in his power. So why do women admire the men they claim to resist? It's not just about attraction. It's about psychology, challenge, and the thrill of the unknown. Even if they know better, these men tap into something primal, something beyond logic. The question isn't why do they fall for them? It's why can't they let go? Now tell me, have you ever been drawn to someone you knew was bad for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into human nature. See you in the next one.